Come in.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Maria.
Hi, I'm Olivia.
Nice to meet you. How is your day going?
Pretty good, for the most part.
Did you find it all right?
Yes.
Do you want any water or coffee before we get started?
No, thank you.
All right. Well, first I just want to go over our contract, saying that we agree that all of our meetings will be between 30 and 45 minutes, and also that anything we talk about in here will be confidential unless you tell me that you are planning on harming yourself or someone else. So if you just want to look that over real quick and sign it when you understand.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so what brings you in here today?
Well, my life's been kind of in disarray lately. My husband actually died in a car accident 4 months ago.
Wow.
So a lot's changed since then, and it's been really hard on me and my family.
Imagine that's really hard.
Yeah, I have 2 children, 2 daughters, a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, so they've been taking it pretty hard as well.
Wow.
So it's been rough. We haven't been able to really grieve at all because right after he died, we had a lot of financial issues going on because I've only been working at a minimum wage job and I haven't been able to afford pretty much anything since he was the main person bringing money home.
Mm-hmm. Wow, then I can imagine how hard that would be. Wow. Can you explain a little bit more about like the details, how he died and what really happened right after?
Well, I don't know too many of the details of the car accident. He was hit by a drunk driver and died on impact. But after he died, we actually got evicted from our home 2 months later because I wasn't able to afford the house payment and everything that goes along with that.
Okay. So, are you mainly looking for like housing and just ways to finance it?
That's one of the things I wanted to talk about today was housing, because right now we're living in a homeless shelter set up by the local church. It's an okay place. I mean, it's safe, it's clean, but obviously I don't want my daughters growing up in a homeless shelter and they need their own help and we're not getting the sufficient need that we need to have there, so.
Yeah. Are your daughters in school right now, or are they able
Yep,
to stay
they're
in
both in
through
school.
this?
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah, the oldest one's having some problems though in school, which is another thing I wanted to talk about today. She's been acting out a lot ever since my husband passed away.
Mm-hmm. Right. That would be really hard for the younger ones. It's a lot to take on as a 6 or 8-year-old. That's
Yeah, definitely.
for sure. So before I get to the housing, do you have any family or friends support system right now?
Not really. Both of my parents passed away a long time ago. I was an only child, so I really only had my husband and my kids. So losing him has really made me be the only adult responsible for them, and it's just been really rough lately.
Wow. Well, we can definitely find some affordable housing. There's many places that we can look around here. So basically looking out, say, a month from now, what would your ideal situation be?
I would like to be living in a place with my daughters that's safe and affordable. Also, I'm trying to look for a different job. I actually do have a college degree in psychology, but never really got into the job market because I had children and I ended up staying home with them and working part-time. And so I'm really looking into that, but don't really know how to go about it. Don't have a car or any kind of transportation to go on a job search, so it's been really hard to try and connect myself with resources.
Yeah, well, that's awesome that you have a degree. Not many people can say that these days.
Yeah.
It's hard to get through school, especially when having kids. So it's awesome that you got that done. So that makes it a lot easier to be able to find a job that will be willing to pay a little bit more. So we'll definitely look into that as well as
Okay.
housing. So basically just summarizing what you have told me, you're just looking for housing and a job are your main two goals right now, right? Okay. And it's very good that your children are still in school.
Yeah.
That's very important. That's the most important thing. We need to find somewhere that will keep them in the area so they can stay at the same school and have a safe place to live.
Right.
Do you think it'd be more important right now to focus mainly on the job, or would you rather try to find housing first? Do you have any money that you'd be able to put a little bit of money down for a housing?
Right now, I really don't have any money, so although I do want to be in a place in a month, obviously I'm gonna need to get a job first that's gonna pay me enough so I can afford the housing. So I'd say I would like to work on getting a job first, just so I can be
Okay.
financially stable first.
All right, well then we will focus on the job. I'll get you some information on that, and hopefully by next week we can at least have places in mind to apply to and get that all figured out before we start looking for housing. So does that sound like a doable plan for you? We'll start looking at
Definitely.
first. All right, and is there anything else that you talk about before?
No, I think that's all.
All right, well, then we'll just focus on that job and get that taken care of, and then hopefully we'll be able to find a place for you to live with your mom.
Okay, perfect.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.